There's a home video of me, about 1 year old, with a remote control trying to fit it together, and my family collectively agreed that is the moment that she was meant to be an inventor. I'm Nia. I am a mechanical engineering graduate from the University of Bath, and I'm the founder of Compact Cane. Mechanical engineering teaches you to problem solve, and user-centered design keeps the user at the center of the product or the solution. So when you pair the two together, you are really well equipped to create products that are both meaningful and purposeful. I was given the brief to improve the white cane as my university project, and I realized that I had no idea what I was doing. I had no real true perception of what visual impairment was like. So I went out and did some user needs research.
My vision currently is about 95%, so the only thing I can see is light. It is hard for me to navigate new places. I struggle with reading, writing, things like that. I first met Nia about 2 years ago. For the first couple of meetings, in fact, we just discussed what is it to be someone with visual impairment and how does the white cane help me in my everyday life. I can list a range of things that make me feel that the white cane is quite insufficient. It doesn't give you any information. It doesn't even give you information that's within an arm's reach. The only thing it prevents you from doing is banging into objects. It doesn't help you direct yourself either.
I think the concern amongst a lot of visually impaired people who use long white canes, the cane becomes a label. It's quite bulky, it does fold up, but it doesn't easily fit into your pocket, so it's not discreet. I think when I first met Nia, she first of all sent me an email, would you be interested in? I thought, yeah, why not, come in, we'll have a chat. So I gave her a long cane and we were going up and down the corridor, and she was going all over the place, so it gave her a good idea of what it was like to use a cane and how difficult it was to actually walk in a straight line. It was an interesting meeting, and it gave her a good idea, I think, about where she wanted to go a little bit more and what was important when she was taking that forward.
The idea for Compact Cane started on a piece of paper. From that point, I essentially used the skills that I was taught to start designing what the product would look like in 3D. So looking at it in different views, do these iterations called build, test, feedback, and revise, where essentially you're creating an idea, whether that's on a sketch or an actual physical prototype, and you give it to a focus group and get feedback.
I find it useful, especially when we got to the top of the stairs. You could feel the vibration. I walked over to the window and I felt the vibration because I was near the table. And I said, it's still vibrating. She said, that's because I'm stood in front of it. And when she moved, it stopped.
She would build prototypes, she would bring it to me. She would have ideas like, oh, would you like it on your wrist? Would you like it to become invisible?
Every time we meet each other, we have a catch-up about how it's gone, how the product has progressed. And it's been interesting to see it develop from an idea in the head to a little box that didn't do very much to an actual physical device that's fully working and looks amazing.
Compact Cane is digital white cane for visually impaired people. Compact Cane uses invisible ultrasonic waves and communicates the proximity of obstacles through vibrations. So like a parking sensor, if something is close by, the vibrations will be a high intensity, high frequency. If it's further away, it's a low intensity, low frequency. So you'll be able to walk around a room and, like a white cane, feel where the obstacles are.
As a society, we're surrounded by problems, everyday problems. And I think the great thing about innovative people is that they see those problems and they think, I can fix that, I know how to fix that. The only way that that's going to actually be sustainable is to then create a business and to commercialise it. As part of Set Squared, the Innovation Centre is a soft landing for graduates when they finish university. Nia won the Graduate Innovation Award, and it meant that she could come straight down here and get stuck into the business, and for us to be able to support her.
When I found out I was an Alumni Innovation Award winner, it was first met with a load of excitement, and then the realisation of, oh my gosh, what am I doing? This is a huge risk. But I definitely believe I've become a more holistic engineer, where I'm not only about designing a product, I have to think about everything. So I have to think about the detail in the manufacturing, in analysing materials, but also thinking about the business aspect as well.
I think the one way in which I definitely see her grow a lot more now is her business sense of something. She knows that she wants to strike a balance between building something that's very niche, yet something that's a little more saleable. You're not doing it for yourself any longer, you're doing it for a market.
Nia's been doing pitch training, she's been meeting investors and practicing her negotiation skills. She's been working with mentors on her business plan and her financial modelling. These are really core skills that are going to help all through Nia's career.
I hope that Nia succeeds because she's so committed and got so much faith in the product.
From the moment she walked in, she's very relaxing, easy to talk to. So young, yet being so dedicated.
When I compare compact cane with white cane, it just makes me feel that the compact cane gives me a lot of independence and it makes me feel more confident. I'm going to be the first person to ever buy this product.
It's a very hard market, but I think she's iterating the idea. I think she's talking to lots of people, and I think it has potential to go far.
I have a deep assurance that this is what I'm meant to be doing at this point in time. That's what motivates me to keep on going. I look forward to the days of walking down the street and seeing someone using a compact cane and seeing the confidence that it gives them in their own identity.